hard mood.
All right, why don't we
go ahead?
Why don't we try?
Go ahead.
Otto just hates being here. Francine, you want to do the news today?
Yes, please.
Did you type up some stories?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And well, I guess we'll get started. Do we have the sounder?
Yeah.
Do we have the news sound?
Hopefully, Derek can help me out here with the teletype. All right, he's finding it. No worries.
Jeez.
The satellite radio is weird, too. We don't really take any commercial breaks because there's no real commercials. You ready? All right, Derek, hit it. And now with the news, Francine.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Francine.
President Bush increased pressure on Syria, demanding that they withdraw their troops from Lebanon to give democracy a chance. The U.S., along with Armpit Harry-friendly France, has stepped up the pressure for Syria, especially after the assassination of their Prime Minister Rafik al-Hariri.
Could you slow it down and put less voice inflection into it? Jesus.
That's the top story?
It's Cindy Brady, everyone. So what's going on with that story?
Apparently there's people, Lebanon people, and some, okay, I guess they're telling people to get out of Lebanon, the Syrians.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, that was very informative.
And that is the top story today.
Thank you.
I don't know what it means.
That means
the way you tell it.
He wants the Syrians to get out of Lebanon so that democracy can flourish.
If you aren't wearing a retainer, you'd be right out of here. Throw you out, but the retainer's adorable.
You like it? I like it too.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't even need it anymore and you keep wearing it, right?
No, I told you, March 7th.
March 7th it comes up?
March 7th, my retainer came off.
All right, go ahead, Francine. Next story.
Is hoo-hoo in a little doo-doo? Seems as though investigators have reason to believe that Howard Stern's limo driver, Ronnie Mund, may have done some insider trading.
Ooh.
Ronnie, the limo driver, bragged in studio about how he had bought Sirius stock cheap before his boss joined the company. The SEC are trying to determine if Mund had insider information. Ronnie, you don't trade inside and brag about it on national radio. Are you serious? When asked to comment, Howard had this to say: I don't care. I just don't care.
Wow. Do you even know what inside trading is?
Insider trading, yeah.
It's something to do with the stock market.
Very good. That's good. No, you don't. You're not an investigative reporter where you really look into the story, are you?
Otto, she watched Sesame Street until she was, what, 12?
Almost 13.
Almost 13.
Spider monkey. Sorry.
Good show.
Right.
Good show. Of course it is, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Holy yes.
It teaches you, like, the alphabet and reading and stuff like that, sure.
Well, I liked it.
Yeah. All right.
That and Fraggle Rocks. It was great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next story.
This is Walter Cronkite with the CBS Evening News. Old dirty bastard died today, died. Northa.
George piped it in. I think George has just about had it with this scene in the studio. Go ahead, Francine. Next story.
Michael Jackson is on trial again for yet again frotaging and fondling a little cancerous.
Frotaging?
Frotaging and fondling? What the?
Frotaging and fondling.
Wait, for what?
Frottage. It's like when you lightly rub someone.
Wait,
is it F-R-O-T-A-G-E?
I think so.
Frottage.
It's frottage?
No, not frottage. Frottage. I used to do that in high school. It's kind of like when you rub your penis against a girl's ass. It's copping a feel, and it's quote unquote accidentally, but it's copping a feel. I believe, yeah, it's very antisocial.
Well, then it's right up your alley.
Yeah, frottage.
I thought it was frottage.
Let me see.
Well, that's how I spelled it.
Oh.
How did she spell it?
F-R-O-T-A-G-I-N-G.
Mm-hmm.
think that's right.
It's not right. Certainly isn't.
All right, go ahead with the Michael Jacksons. The Michael Jacksons. Go ahead.
Guys, a riot.
Before molesting him, the boy claims that Jackson gave him wine and showed him porn magazines. But the biggest question is, what sane mother leaves their ailing son with a man already accused of child molestation?
Oh, no one's thought of that yet. No one's looked at that angle.
Yeah, there's a new angle.
I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Insane and nuts.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
Jackson, regardless of whether you're innocent, they're going to walk away with a shitload of money. With enough of it to erase these memories. Meanwhile, you'll be in jail with a rotten balloon knot, swallowing and rubbing off Baba's Jesus juice from your face. Doesn't matter if you have a star-studded defense list. Sorry to say it, but Mike, you got Jack, son.
Oof. Oh, my God.
Stop chortling it yourself. What is that?
Oh, wow. You were proud of that line at the end there.
Pat Naki is embarrassed. You got Jack, son. I get it.
Get it?
Yeah.
Wow, we were having a really good show until this point. A really good one, man. It was one of the better ones, I tell you.
That was not a bad line.
Yeah.
Got Jack,
She pumped her fist in the air. She was all proud of herself.
really proud of it.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was all right.
All right.
Thank you, Timmy.
You're hot, so I guess it was good. All right, let's go.
That bitch, Lizzie Grumface, a.k.a. PR Bad Girl, is pushing her new TV series Power Girls big time for MTV. Best known for reversing her Mercedes SUV into a crowd of innocent bystanders outside a Southampton nightclub. Okay. Lizzie told...
Wow.
I thought I was a bad reader at times.
I kind of wrote along. So.
No, you're all right. Good.
No, it's making...
Frotaging.
It's just ponderous.
Effing ponderous.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
That's good, right?
Lizzie told the Daily News that she's trying to clean up her image and told them her favorite motto, any publicity is good publicity. How original.
What? I was dozing. I dozed off during that. Did you get enough sleep last night? Is there any synapses sparking under that Jiffy Pop hat? No? Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me explain some brainwave activity and how it works to you.
There's nothing wrong with that hat. Let Lawrence... Fuck!
Oh, you
Lawrence
stink.
Hilton Jacobs. I almost said Lawrence Jacobs Hilton. Fucking idiot.
What is synapses?
What?
What's synapses?
The last surviving prop from the set of Good Times is on her head. I like the hat.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
All right.
Did they get Billinger yet? I heard that Michael Jackson story already.
Lakehurst, New Jersey. The Hindenburg burst into flames.
Yeah. Well, you're dumb as dirt, but you're cute as a button doing it.
Thank you, Anthony.
Very
nice of you.
Are you almost done?
I got two more stories.
All right.
That little whore, Lil' Kim, is facing up to 30 years in jail for lying about the famous shootout in front of Hot 97 on February 25th. This comes after...
Pardon my interruption. Did you just sound out that little R in February?
February.
George is just sitting there stunned. Absolutely stunned.
George is stunned?
I got
Why,
nothing
because he
for you.
hasn't blinked?
George, hold the mirror.
My eyes.
All right, so you can continue.
This comes after Lil' Kim's friends testified yesterday that the racy rapper blatantly lied to a grand jury when she said that she didn't know him and that he wasn't with her when he opened fire outside of the Manhattan studio. The man, Swift Gutta Jackson, who identified himself on stand as Lil' Kim's pal, admitted he sprayed machine gun fire into a crowd that day.
Buck. I hear you. That's it?
That's the Lil' Kim story.
You have one more, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Congratulations to Steve Fossett, who became the first person to fly around the world alone without stopping or refueling. Starting out in north-central Kansas, Fossett, who survived on 12 milkshakes and water during the flight while using bottles for the bathroom, landed yesterday, had this to say: "That was something I wanted to do for a long time. So good for you."
Oh, that's it. Kind of the feel-good story at the end.
Yeah.
You got to have that feel-good
If you're still
story.
awake.
Yeah. Wow. That was the dullest thing ever. Like last time, you spiced it up with some stuff. You put a little commentary into it. You know, a little opinion. This time, I think you put all your eggs in that Michael Jackson, you got Jackson gag, and you thought that was going to carry you for the whole thing.
I think you called it in today.
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
This could be it for Francine.
I don't think so. I liked it.
Do you have a background in journalism or anything like that?
I have a communications bachelor's degree from NYU.
What, did you find it on the subway?
No, I got it.
Oh.
In school.
Oh.
She graduated college, if you can believe that, Otto.
I'm going to nail all my old cum rags from high school in Central Park to increase tourism. I'm going to call it the Jism Trail.
You didn't like the gates there, George? It made $250 million for the city.
Yeah,
really?
Great.
Who gives a shit?
But they're saying it's art.
Yeah. Is it? Did you guys go?
It was the biggest joke I've ever seen in my life. Yeah,
It's
went.
something you go to. I was driving by the park and looked, and I was there.
I walked through the park every day, so I'm like, well, I'm here. Might as well check it out.
People that walked around and actually looked at it. What the fuck?
It was orange.
Sheets,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was orange shower curtains. Literally.
And once
Not
you
an
saw
art.
one, you saw
them
them all. There's no difference.
Like something else we've heard of.
God.
All right. Henri wants to say something to Francine. Henri.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Pretty good.
You know that Helen Keller had better delivery, and George has more enthusiasm for the fucking news. And I'll see you guys St. Patrick's Day.
Helen Keller? Wow. Do you know who Helen Keller was? Francine? No?
Is she a star?
Yes.
Star? Yes, she could be considered a star. She's famous.
Really?
Yeah. Helen Keller. You never heard of that name?
Mm-mm.
No? Have you ever heard of George Washington Carver?
I know George Washington.
You don't know George Washington Carver?
Well, George Washington's like the second or third. I don't know. He's one of the presidents.
One of the presidents. Very good.
You're right.
Second or third?
But is he second or third, though?
Yeah.
Something like that.
He kind of started the whole president thing, actually.
Yeah. Who was the first?
Jesus.
Who was the first president of these United States?
I think it was Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Of course it was.
That's it. Abraham Lincoln first, and then George Washington. Do you know who the third was? That's tough.
Herbert Hoover.
Herbert Hoover. Very good.
What the hell did you learn in college?
Well, we didn't have history courses.
No?
Nope.
Didn't they have some in high school, though, that you had to kind of skate through to get to college?
Well, I did really bad in high school.
You did?
Yeah.
But so how'd you get into college?
Well,
By spreading her legs.
No.
Opie.
Sorry. Did you? That was a mean shot. I'm sorry, Francine.
Do you know the definition of bacteria?
Yes.
It's the rear end of a cafeteria. What was King Louis XIV responsible for? King Louis XV.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't get it.
So Abraham Lincoln was the first president, and what year was that?
Around the 1700s?
Around the 17. That's a 100-year buffer you got going there. Can you narrow it down a little more?
1793.
1793. And Lincoln, what was the most his biggest impact on the country as president?
Freed Willie.
I think that was a movie.
Yeah.
You're making eyes like you just saw a ghost. Is this
I'm
too
trying
much
to
for you?
Figure out what he did.
Abe Lincoln, very influential as president.
He wore a big hat.
He wore a big hat. That's right. You're right. That was his biggest contribution.
That and the soaring crime rate.
Most people wish he'd pulled that big hat over his head before he signed a piece of paper.
And he was tall.
He was tall, and it wasn't just the hat.
Skinny.
Skinny,
And
very good.
You are a black woman, so it's very good that you know this.
That you know that. What did he do? There was something he did that was historic, and its impact is still felt today. In police stations all over the country. All right. Inappropriate. No?
No.
As an African-American woman, I'm flabbergasted here. You should know what Abraham Lincoln did. Have you ever heard of the Emancipation Proclamation?
Oh, my God. Our brain's going to explode.
Yes, I take it when I have diarrhea.
All right, what is it?
What is it?
I believe that's freeing of slaves.
Freeing of the slaves. Right. Very good. Now, do you know who signed the Emancipation Proclamation? I'll give you a hint. He's skinny and has a big hat.
Would it be Abe Lincoln?
Abe Lincoln. Very good.
She's adorable.
You've learned a lot in here today.
Thank you, guys.
That just seems to me something,
Who's on the?
You should know.
Who's on the $1 bill?
Oh.
That would be Washington.
Washington. Who's on the 5?
Oh, I know money. Washington?
Is on a 5 also?
No, it's Lincoln with the hat.
Lincoln. Yep. Let's get a little trickier now. Who's on a 10? That's tough.
Okay. Would it be?
You'd never get it. I'm sorry for not having faith, but Jesus.
Yaphet Kata?
Can you give me a first name?
A first name.
A first name. I'll give you a first name.
Yeah.
Alexander.
Houston?
Alexander Houston.
Yep,
very
absolutely.
Good. That is.
How
did you see that jerk? Alexander Houston, our president.
Ragtime band.
His ragtime band, of course.
We got to find out who is smarter, Lady Di or Francine.
I'd actually give it to Lady Di.
Yeah?
And she is really, really not smart.
I don't know. Francine has a weird kind of knowledge.
Francine seems clever. You're street smart. But you really don't have any knowledge whatsoever about anything. You're what they call ignorant. It's not a bad thing. You have the capability of learning. You just haven't learned anything. Your brain is devoid of information. It is a storage locker, pristine and empty.
Right.
I'm book smart.
You're book smart?
Yes.
Comic book? Yeah. What kind of book?
Yeah, give us something.
Not history.
Give us something you know.
What would you consider
give
yourself
something
a little bit more of an expert in than anyone else?
Give us something you know that would impress us.
Everyone's got their specialties.
Maybe something you think we wouldn't know.
The tallest tree is located in California.
It wears a hat, and it was our first president. Really, the tallest tree, and what type of tree is that?
Big ass tree.
Big ass tree.
A willow tree?
A willow tree.
I know it's in California.
Probably an oak.
Yeah, something like that.
Sequoia?
Sequoia.
See?
Redwood.
Did you guys know that?
Yes.
Yeah, Jimmy said it.
Oh.
The Sequoia. Coincidentally enough, that's her cousin's name, Sequoia. No? Sorry. Black people have funny names sometimes. Like Sequoia, Spatula. No? Wow. So nothing else. Is there a subject that you're pretty good in?
Yeah.
That you were good in school?
English.
English.
Mm-hmm.
You're good in English. All right. I'm trying to think of some type of question that would show her English skills.
Maybe.
Geography.
You're good at geography?
Yes.
All right. Then we'll talk about math. I'm kidding, of course. All right, geography. Capitals, things like that?
Yes.
All right. What is the capital of New York?
Manhattan.
Manhattan, New York is indeed the
Okay,
capital
1 for 1.
of New York. Holy shit.
What is the...
I am stunned.
Wow.
Manhattan, New York, the capital of New York. Okay.
1 for 1.
That's good.
How about New Jersey?
It's a tough one.
Yeah, that is a tough one.
Your first instinct is probably right. You probably have it, and you're doubting it, but that's probably right.
Her first instinct was Nebraska.
Wait, Wyoming's a country?
Wait, it's coming to her, guys. It's coming to her.
It is.
Would it be... I don't know. New Jersey?
Yes.
New Brunswick?
Absolutely.
New Brunswick. New Brunswick, New Jersey
2
is
for 2.
indeed the capital of New Jersey.
I told you your first instinct
She is
right.
good at geography then. Maybe world geography a little
World
better.
is good.
World geography.
All right, world geography.
A little better. All right. What continent is India part of?
Ooh, very good.
It is part of Asia.
Ooh. You are smart.
The tsunami.
Oh, you learned from the tsunami?
Yes.
And that's another cousin's name, by the way, Tsunami. Yo, Tsunami. Yeah. Wow, see, that learned you something.
Yes, it did.
All right. Anything else? Any other subjects you're very good at? No? You weren't good in social studies? Or
I was good in social studies,
you were?
actually.
Isn't that kind of history and things like that?
Yeah, but, like, it's been a long time. You know, high school was
What
like...
years did World War II last for America? What years were our involvement in World War II?
It was early 30s.
Early 30s, indeed. 1932.
To early 40s.
Right, to early 40s. Yes. Wow. That's great. Yeah. You're fighting a painter at that point, I believe. Wow. Okay. Well, you've proven yourself. You are indeed book smart.
Thank you.
You're good at geography.
Good. George, any comments over there?
And Hitler was cranky.
It's part of what you learned in social studies.
Yes. I was very
Wow. And what are you doing? Are you still in college?
No, I work as a secretary.
Did you graduate?
Yeah.
And you have a degree?
I surely did.
And what does that do for you, that degree? What'll that...
Well, so far it really hasn't done a lot.
No? Did they ask to see it when you went for a job?
No.
No. And you got a job as secretary?
Yes.
What kind of company?
Real estate.
Real estate. So you help out with the big land deals that are going on?
Yes.
What do you have to do as a secretary to real estate? Give me a little of your job. Because I'm stunned. Because if it's anything aside from breathing and eating, I really can't see you doing it.
No, I like type papers.
Yeah.
And I write bills. And I take phone calls a lot.
Yeah. You write bills?
But I'm going back to school because I want to do something else.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You don't think real estate's for you?
Nah, not really. It's cool, but...
What is for you?
I'm either going to go back to be a teacher or a lawyer.
A teacher or a lawyer? Wow. Wow. A lawyer.
Well, it depends on how much money I have.
Should get you the death penalty for jaywalking, this one.
Had a little mix-up at the real estate office. Sold an Upper West Side apartment for $10. Billed the guy $10 for it. It's coming out of her pocket, so she's got to become a lawyer to pay for it, right?
Yeah, do you know what jaywalking is?
Yes, I do, actually.
Pretty simple law if you're going to be a lawyer. What is it?
Yeah.
Well, I heard it on your show.
All right, what is it?
It's like walking across the street. And I believe you're usually walking not near the traffic signals.
Yes.
Well, sort of. Technically, it's walking from one corner to the next corner of an intersection on an angle, on the diagonal, instead of in straight lines across the street. Yeah. But, you know, It's crossing when you're not supposed to. Sure.
Here's a future lawyer question. How do you feel about tort reform?
Oh, very good, yeah.
What's tort reform?
You mean pop tort? What kind of tort you talking about?
Tort reform is basically it's cutting down on litigation. People like needless lawsuits.
Yeah.
Senseless lawsuits.
Yeah.
Well, becoming a lawyer, she probably wouldn't like that.
Absolutely.
It's cutting in on your income. Would you be a criminal lawyer, defense, maybe a prosecution? Would you be a lawyer for lawsuits and civil lawyer? What kind of lawyer?
I just read a lot of Grisham novels, so just general law, I guess.
Just like a lawyer that reads Grissom novels. Okay.
General law.
General law.
So you're learning a lot about the law from the Grisham novels.
They're really good.
Would you like to defend, like, guilty people, that kind of law? Or prosecute them?
I guess I would defend people.
You would want to defend people.
The jail's going to be
Yeah.
filled
Wow.
to the brim.
Imagine a poor bastard comes in, goes, what?
Wait, what was that? What was that one Grisham novel? It's about the young lawyer who comes up against the odds.
What do you mean?
There's like a young lawyer, and he's thrown into this situation that's supposed to be over his head, and he kind of like does some behind-the-scenes investigating. That one Grisham novel. What was that one?
That one.
And in the end, everything works out?
Yeah, it works out okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the big famous one.
It's set in kind of like a southern law firm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I haven't read that one yet.
Yeah. Maybe.
Which one is that?
All of them.
Everyone.
Oh, okay.
Every single one of them.
John Grisham should get prostate cancer. He writes the same fucking book every time.
No, he does not.
He certainly does.
And she goes, I don't think I've read that one yet. No, you've read that one 5 different times.
I didn't know Grisham made pop-up books.
I read.
It's a lawyer doing this in the scolding fashion. Good on radio, point, and then expecting audience at home to laugh.
All right, let's thank Francine for doing what she does best.
Nice job, Francine.
Thank you, guys.
Otto and George in the studio.
Awesome.
We got to take a quick break. George, any comments about what you just saw?
I got a Smith & Wesson ready for the next.
Francine's going to St. Copious of... well.
All right, well...
see you on the docks, Senator.